All right, it's 4 o'clock. I'd like to call the meeting of the San Bernardino Community College District Board of Trustees to order. Trustee Reyes, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. I just want to recognize all the mothers last month for Mother's Day. Father's Day, of course, is this Sunday, Juneteenth on the 19th of this month. And of course, June is also Pride Month. So we got a lot to celebrate in the month of June. We'll move on to public comment. So pursuant to Board Policy 2350, any person may speak to the board either on an agenda item or other matters of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board and before board action is taken. Comments must be limited to 3 minutes per speaker and 20 minutes on the same or a substantially similar topic unless a majority of the board votes to extend the time limit. As a matter of policy, members of the board may not discuss or respond to matters raised during public comment unless the matters are properly noticed for discussion or action in open session. If there are questions about access or accommodation to participate in the public meeting, please contact the Chancellor's office as far in advance of the board meeting as possible. Do we have any public comment?
No, we do not.
All right, thank you very much. Now we'll move on to an exciting moment, the oaths of office of our brand new student trustees from Crafton Hills College and San Bernardino Valley College. So, first up, Jasmine, are you ready? We're gonna go right there. She's getting her steps in. What's that?
Should I grab the paper?
No. Wait, unless you really want it. But you can repeat after me. How about that? All right, so if you just raise your right hand
Okay.
and say I and then state your name.
I, Jasmine Garcia,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the board. Christian, come on down. Are you excited?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, go ahead and if you raise your right hand and say I and then state your name.
I, Christian Espinosa,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. Welcome to the board. Okay, we'll move on to the section 5, the board agenda approval of minutes. So first we have the minutes, first the minutes of the May 8th, 2025 business meeting. Do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second?
So we have a motion to approve by trustee Betters with a second by trustee Houston. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, we'll go ahead and take our vote. If the student trustees will cast their votes first, please. And then the rest. 1, 2, 3, 8. Are we missing somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are missing somebody. Trustee Williams, did you vote?
I'm looking at the wrong thing over here. I'm looking at this.
All right, the motion carries unanimously.
Where is the voting thing?
Moving on to the May 22nd board strategy meeting minutes. Do we have a motion for approval?
Right? I don't need that.
Anyone?
I'll move approval.
Oh, was that you, Jasmine? Okay. Hold on. All right, so we have a motion by student trustee Garcia with a second by trustee Aguilera. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's go ahead and if student trustees will cast your votes first, please. And the motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving on to section 6, recognition and celebrations, applause cards. All right. Congrats to all the applause card recipients. Moving on to section B, retirement recognition. Chancellor.
Yes, so we have Colleen Maloney Hines, excuse my mispronunciation there, Assistant Professor, Health and Physical Education at Crafton Hills. After 20 years of service with the district, Colleen submitted her letter with intent to retire effective February 21st of this year. She began her career here at SBCCD as an adjunct instructor, physical education on August 16th of 2004, and will retire as an assistant professor of health and physical education, a position she's held since 2013. Her commitment and dedication that she's shown for our student success has truly been unwavering over all of these 20 years, and we wish her great success and happiness in her retirement.
Now we'll move on to the action agenda, section 7. A, board policies for final approval. Do we have a motion to approve the board policies?
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Aguilera, second by trustee Williams. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, if our student trustees will begin with their vote. Trustee Williams? Oh, and the motion carries unanimously. All right. Item B, fiscal year 2025-26 tentative budget.
I move approval.
there a second? We have a motion to approve by trustee Houston with a second by trustee Reyes. Is there any discussion on the tentative budget? All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead. If student trustees will cast your votes, please. Trustee Betters?
Shoot.
You know what?
And the motion carries unanimously.
I should have said the button was broken. I'm sorry.
Item C, naming the Crafton Hills College Event Center as the Barbara L. Smith Event Center. I don't know, would staff like to mention anything about this before we vote?
How about if I move approval?
Sure. How about a second?
Second.
Okay.
For discussion, I'd like to ask Dr. Haran to tell us a bit about Ms. Smith and her association with Crafton Hills.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Barbara L. Smith, or as we lovingly call her, Barbie, has been a resident in Yucaipan since 1975. She later moved to Redlands in 2018. She became familiar with our college through taking personal enrichment courses over the years, and she became very impressed by the college. She was asked to join our foundation board in 2018, just before I arrived at the college in 2019. She really had the opportunity through that experience to learn about the significant financial challenges that our students face each year. And she's been quite inspired by the college and a very active member of our board. You saw a presentation at a previous meeting from Michelle Riggs that talked about our new 3-part gift program. And Barbie became very intrigued with the idea of the event center being a place for a gathering of community. She's a very strong community proponent of building community. She has a history of a career in recreation administration and public service. And this gift will create a perpetual funding source that is that we can use where the highest need is. And we're just so excited that she's chosen Crafton to make this substantial gift, and it is the largest individual gift in the history of the college.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. Yep. I'm sorry? Oh. Yeah, yes. So, is there any further comment from members of the board?
Other than the contribution, monetary contribution that this person is making, which I think is great, what are the other factors that are involved in naming a building after a particular person? I know that we've done it for other individuals like Carson and so forth. What can someone explain to me a little bit more?
I think we have a board policy on naming.
Yes, there is. There is a board policy, Trustee Reyes, that outlines all of the criteria that one must meet in order to have a building, a center, or whatnot named after. I don't have all the criteria in front of me, but what we can do is send that information, the policy, to all of the board members so that they're aware. That's good.
The reason I'm asking is that when I go to Sacramento, we have a house that is very close to the Sacramento City College. And I've noticed it because I'm a jogger, so I jogged, and there's a beautiful building named after Rada, who was an elected official back then, and I'm sure John would know who I'm talking about. And I thought it's really, really good. It's an opportunity. They were heavily involved with, I think, is it John 1725 or Vasconcelos and all those people when they were fighting for that. So I think it's really important for us to recognize. And I think it's very impressive for people that have given a lot to the college, their community, to have something named after that. Because, a lot of them, they don't ask. We just recognize that. So I thought it was very, very good that this case it's monetary, but in other times it's their time that is involved.
Oh, I know we are all very grateful to Barbara Smith for her lead gift that will support student success at Crafton Hills College and the Event Center. So we have a motion by Trustee Houston and a second by Trustee Williams. Is there any further discussion? All right, hearing none, if our student trustees will cast your advisory votes, please. And the motion carries unanimously.
But you forgot to put it in again.
All right. Item D, consideration of approval of employment contract for the chancellor. Do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
You got me first though, right?
I sure did.
All right.
All right, we have a motion by Trustee Betters with a second by Trustee Houston. Is there any discussion?
Absolutely. I just want to thank the chancellor for the work that she's done and her team, and extremely thankful and grateful for the leadership. So that's my piece of the discussion.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to say something too. Yeah, Chancellor Rodriguez is doing an amazing job, especially as we see in the current times, these difficulties we face. So I think we should definitely applaud her efforts and everything, especially I know with like KVCR and what's going on and everything else. So definitely thank you, Chancellor.
I'm going to say something too. So I've been here 12 years, and I think it might be 13 years. And I just appreciate the transformation in leadership. And, if you look at all of the amazing projects and stuff like that we get a chance to work on, and the way that you've kind of pulled this team together, I think you have an excellent executive team, and I think that's reflection of your leadership. And so I just want to add to the kudos. So thank you for your service.
All right. So with the Trustee Reyes?
Yes, as we all know that our college district is very well respected throughout the state. I know that Diana has been recognized for their leadership, and actually has been given an opportunity to participate in discussions that are really important to us. I know that she is very involved at the international level as well with Hakud. She was invited to come, the only community college administrator to come and speak at the in Washington, D.C. about success, about how we go about enrollment and so forth. And then also we need to capitalize on your ability to work with everybody. You work with, the only thing is I don't want anything to go to RCC or the other colleges. I wanted to go to San Bernardino Community College District. And she actually understands how that really works. Even the other people voted for her, so we're very proud to have you. We're very proud of you being our leader. And it's very evident that your leadership is we don't have to agree with everything that everybody says, but we're in agreement that we respect that. So it's an honor to have you as our chancellor, and you being the leader, along with, when I say you, I mean your team too. Without the team, you can't do it. So, and then also with the board members, we support you, and so just continue to do a great job.
Trustee Longville?
Just echoing all the prior expressions of support for our chancellor, whose extraordinary leadership skills have never been more necessary in an educational institution than they are today. And we are so fortunate when we're in such desperate need that we have that leadership available. And I'm just really, really pleased. And as other board members have noted, that includes the extraordinary team that she's put together. I can't help but look at Katrina as I'm thinking of all those backlogs of personnel cases that she cleared up over the past few years that were just a huge burden on us for so long. And all the other things, that the way we've handled our finances is just extraordinary. I'm beating a dead horse here. Thank you.
Any other discussion? So we have a motion by trustee Betters and a second by trustee Houston. Go ahead and ask our student trustees to cast their advisory votes. And the motion carries unanimously. Moving on to item E, resolution number 202506112BOT01, regarding compensation of the San Bernardino Community College District Board of Trustees. Do we have a motion to approve?
Move approval.
I'll second.
Okay. We have a motion by trustee Williams and a second by trustee Longville. Is there any discussion? All right, seeing none, we will go ahead and student trustees will cast your votes, please. And the motion carries unanimously. Item F, resolution number 202506112BFS01, SBCCD, San Bernardino and Riverside Counties, election of 2008 General Obligation Bonds, Series F. Do we have a motion for approval?
Move approval.
And I'll second.
We have a motion by trustee Houston and a second by trustee Aguilera. Is there any discussion? So, all right, if there is none, student trustees? And the motion carries unanimously. Item G, resolution number 202506112BFS02, SBCCD, San Bernardino and Riverside Counties, California, 2025 General Obligation Refunding Bonds. We have a motion for approval.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Longville with a second by trustee Williams. Is there any discussion? There being none, let's go ahead and student trustees. Trustee Williams? And the motion carries unanimously. And the final item, I believe, on the action agenda. Nope, I lied. There's more. Item H, resolution number 202506112BFS03, SBCCD, San Bernardino and Riverside Counties tax rate for 2025-26 bonds. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second. And I have discussion.
We have a motion by trustee Houston with a second by trustee Williams. Discussion.
I just want to make sure, like, when we have these, when there are instances when you are able to achieve savings, if we can promote that and make sure that our constituents know, I believe you're doing a really great job with, trying to, reduce costs and, we can find ways to make sure that our constituents know what kind of savings are being achieved when you're making your financial moves. Thank you.
Any additional discussion? All right, we'll go ahead and move to our vote. Student trustees? And the motion carries unanimously. Item I. Let me look ahead. Oh, no, we still have more. How about that? 3. You guys are busy, Jose. Item I, resolution number 202506112FP01, and this will be a public hearing concerning waiving education code section 81360, it's sequence, regarding the potential lease of Site K property. So this is a public hearing. I'll open the public hearing and ask if there is public comment.
There's none.
There being no comment, I will close the public hearing. Do we have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Betters and a second by trustee Houston. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead with our vote. Student trustees. Trustee Reyes? And the motion carries unanimously. Item J, resolution number 20250612 FP02 to conduct a public hearing concerning waiving Education Code 81360 regarding the potential lease of the new San Bernardino Valley College new properties.
Move approval.
Oh, I gotta have a public hearing first.
Oh,
So I'm gonna open the public hearing. Do we have any public comment?
don't, oh.
There's no public comment. I will close the public hearing, and we have a motion by trustee Williams. Do we have a second? All right, a motion from trustee Williams with a second by trustee Longville. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, if the students will please cast your advisory votes. And the motion carries unanimously. Item K, resolution number 20250612 FS04 regarding expenditure of Prop 30 Education Protection Account funds. Do we have a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion by trustee Houston with a second by trustee Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and cast our votes. And the motion carries unanimously. That concludes the action agenda. We'll now move. It's a lot. It is a lot. Section 8, the consent agenda. This agenda is expected to be routine and non-controversial and will be acted upon by the board at one time without discussion. Any member of the board, a staff member, or citizen may request that an item be removed from this section for discussion. Are there any items to be pulled from the consent agenda?
I need to pull C3.
Okay. Any additional items? All right, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of item C3?
Move approval.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion by trustee Williams with a second by trustee Houston to approve the consent agenda with the exception of item C3. We'll go ahead and take our vote. And the motion carries unanimously. Now we'll return and consider item C3 on the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve item C3?
Move approval.
Second.
Motion to approve item C3 by trustee Houston with a second by trustee Betters. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, then we'll go ahead and cast your votes, please. Call for the vote. Yeah.
Hey, I'm innocent.
No, I know. It's the joys of technology. All right, here we go. And the motion carries with one abstention. Okay, moving on to reports, section 9. Report of the Board and Finance Committee. Trustee Houston.
Thank you, Chair Gonzalez. I didn't make comment when we were having discussion about the Chancellor's contract because I think the report of the Board Finance Committee will be much better than anything that I could say. So the Board Finance Committee members received a bond program presentation which included an update on local hires and construction. Some of the highlights include local workers have received almost $15 million, which is 62% of the total payments. Minority women veteran businesses have received $17.2 million in contracts. Local business have been awarded $201 million. 2,440 local workers have been hired, which is 56% of all workers. I will pause for applause. Moving on, we also received reports on current projects and anticipated completion dates. So we are almost complete with the Crafton Hills College Performing Arts Center that has an expected completion date of July of 2025. At Crafton Hills College, also the Crafton Hall renovation has an expected completion date of August of 2025. As well, in August of 2025 is the Crafton Hills College Student Support Building. We are about to start construction on the San Bernardino Valley College Student Services Building with an anticipated completion date of July 2027. And on the San Bernardino Valley College Career Pathways 2 building with a completion expectation of January 2028 for Phase 1. And Phase 1 includes aeronautics and allied health. There will be a Phase 2, which is welding. And then Crafton Hills College, again, about to start construction on an instructional building with a January 2028 completion date. After the bond, that was all of the bond program update. We went into the enrollment and disaggregated student headcount. So remember, we have set as priorities not only what we're doing around our bond programs, and we're also setting priorities around student enrollment and ensuring that we are able to expand access for students. So we're excited to hear that for the 24-25 enrollment, we have exceeded the target, which was 14,727 FTES. So we've exceeded it by 1,239 FTES to date. So the disaggregated student headcount shows a steady increase in most demographics, with the most significant being a 17.7% increase in students ages 17 or less. Which is excited for those of us that live in the K-12 space, because we know we're doing so much for our students in the secondary space, here in the post-secondary space. Sorry, that's my soapbox for a moment. Next, we got a report on our PARS pension program. So received, this is a semi-annual report that we get of the San Bernardino Community College District Pension Rate Stabilization Trust by PARS. The investments are managed in a conservative portfolio with a 60% fixed income and 40% equity. The Board Finance Committee is not recommending any changes to its portfolio. The conservative portfolio is expected to generate a 6% return in a 5-year period. Also, we received our regular updates that we receive every month, and our next meeting, because we are going to be dark in July, will be August the 14th, 2025 at 2:30. So again, that concludes my report, but if there were ever any questions about the job that the team, the executive team led by our chancellor is doing, that will give you a little bit more of detail. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Houston. Board Legislative Committee. Trustee Reyes, do you have a report?
Well, we didn't have a chance to meet. I know that we're having a little bit of a meeting, Trustee Aguilera's schedule during the time. Myself, I was not available. I was out of the area. But in talking to Angel, I think we're going to restructure our legislative committee meetings, mainly to reflect the fact that we want to go visit the elected officials personally. I think it's a good idea. I don't know how Angel's going to do it, but it's going to take a lot of work because you have to coordinate their timing and our timing. But the message is going to be very loud and clear to all of them. I've done this before I became a Board of Trustee member, but I think if we can update them, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the report that Angel provides, and it's excellent because it gives you all details in terms of what's coming up, what's the important things for the community college. So once we set everything up, we're going to be able to. Angel already has maybe about 2 or 3 individuals, elected officials, that we're going to go visit at their office, which is it's going to be a lot more meaningful in regards to meeting. And obviously, through the chancellor's office and Angel, they're going to be updating us in terms of what are the hot topics that we should be discussing with them, and of course, inviting them. We also want to invite them to come. But I also want to say that I'm not one that will just go to their office and take a picture and smile and then come back. We have to hold them accountable, and for the right reasons, just as much as they should hold us accountable. But for example, right now we're pushing for this housing opportunities. I think it's great, and I think we have a golden opportunity, even though the budget is not the best budget right now, but we're going to continue to do that. But I think that's going to be really important for them to know, to come and visit and support, not only in words, but on how they vote in Sacramento or Washington, D.C. And we did that very well. I did it when I was in charge, and I think that with Angel's leadership in terms of from the district's perspective, I think we're going to do a very good job. All the board members, please, if you have an opportunity to provide input of things that are, I know that even Joseph will have some good information. The fact that he's part of the Board of Governors, I think it's important. A golden opportunity for us to really capitalize on opportunities for our college district. And I think that I'm comfortable with rearranging that structure because we're still going to meet the expectations.
Thank you, Trustee Reyes. There is no
Chair.
report. Oh,
Can I ask the committee for, so I've been asked to sign, well, can I ask the question? I've been asked to sign on to a letter of support for AB 1400, which is the baccalaureate degree in nursing pilot. And just wanted to get, see if the committee and the chancellor's office could give me some feedback on whether or not we're supportive, because they're asking for written letters of support.
Excuse me, if I can provide input,
I think-
that's exactly what I'm saying. We give information from the chancellor, from the Angel, to provide that, Mr. Williams, and I think it's really important because I'm not totally updated on everything that's happening in the district, but then we take it one step further and talking to elected officials. In this case, we could talk to senators and assembly people and say and we were actually doing a good job. I understand, Diana, that even it was moving along very well last year when Senator Richard Roth was supporting that, and somehow if it didn't fit whatever it is, the budget or whatever, they're able to talk to us. And then with Joseph being part of the Board of Governors, that's how we really learn to communicate with one another, because I think it's a great opportunity for us to offer a BS. And we have some momentum, but we have to let our elected officials that are within our region support that.
Chancellor, are the staff able to provide Trustee Williams with the information he needs?
Yes. The short answer is yes, please sign, please support. The long answer is that as a district with support of this board, we did a lot in the past year and a half, 18 months to get the legislation pushed through in order for us to have the opportunity to be able to offer a bachelor's degree or a BSN. The facts of it is that if every student who wanted to go into to have a degree, a BSN, the four-year schools cannot accommodate. They just can't. They don't have the resources. They don't have the capacity. So it only makes sense that the community colleges be allowed to fill the gaps and to meet those needs. Now, we did a great push. Last time it made it as far as the governor's desk, and the governor vetoed it. We understand that will probably happen again, but I don't think that that's a reason to stop the push. I think we should continue to push for it.
Thank you. There is no report for the Board Policy and Procedure Ad Hoc Committee. Did not meet this month. Moving on to the Board of Governors report. Trustee Williams?
No report, other than the Board of Governors will meet July 21st is the next meeting.
Okay. The Joint Powers Authority. Trustee Houston?
We met last week, and we are coordinating a date in July to host a visit with Chancellor and Angel and the team to get a lay of the land and begin to really focus our attention on what our next steps might be moving forward with the Regional Training Center.
Thank you. Section B, Chancellor's Report.
Thank you, Chair Gonzalez. So good evening, everyone. I want to start by recognizing that the recent events across Southern California are on the minds of many, many of us, and many of our folks that we work with, especially our immigrant communities. At SBCCD, we've committed to ensure that everyone, and I want to underscore everyone on our campus, feels safe, welcomed, and supported. It's been a long-standing value for us, and it continues to guide how we show up for our community, and we will remain unwavering in that efforts. We continue to follow the guidelines of the California Attorney General to help maintain a safe and respectful learning environment for everyone. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to pick up the yellow cards. There's some on the dais and there's some on the back table that look like this here. Please take as many as you would like. They offer very clear information on what to do if immigration enforcement were to request access to restricted areas on any of our sites. And if you ever have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact our district police department. They are trained to respond appropriately and supportively in these situations. We also want to remind everyone that help is available. Our Dreamers Resource Liaisons are available to assist students. Our Employee Assistance Program offers support for employees, including counseling and legal referrals if needed. We're here for you, and we will continue to stand by you with our mission of being a place where everyone has the opportunity to learn and grow in a safe environment. On another note, I want to take a moment to celebrate exciting news that Dr. Houston also mentioned. As many of you know, our enrollment took a huge hit during the pandemic. Many students, stepped away from their education for a lot of good reasons, to work, support their families, and so on. But today, we are making such a huge comeback. As reported, we're serving nearly 46,000 students. 46,000 students with a 14% increase from last year. No wonder y'all are looking a little tired at the end of this academic year. Yeah, huge effort. And I just want to express my thanks to the Board of Trustees for their leadership and support, and to our college presidents, the faculty and the classified professionals, the managers, the community partners who make things happen in our institutions every single day. So thank you for all that you do, because it really does take all of us to make that kind of a difference. 14%, that is huge. Speaking of collaborations, I'm also very, very honored to have been elected as the chair for the Region 9 Inland Empire Community Colleges. As Trustee Reyes mentioned, it's a role where I'll be working very closely with the presidents and the chancellors of 13 community colleges within our region here, and also give us an elevated voice, I will say, at the state level. Together, we'll be advocating for all of the policies that we've talked about here, to make college more affordable, expand career education, workforce training, and all of that for the Inland Empire. So it'll be a privilege to represent the district in that way, and I look forward to working with all of you so that we can make some huge changes within our communities. And finally, I want to end with just a huge congratulations to the class of 2025. So I just keep, yes, absolutely. You know, watching the students cross the stage was just so incredible to see them cross and the excitement and the students that walked across with their children holding their hands. It was just amazing, all of that happened. You know, I don't know about you all, but I just keep watching the videos that are around social media like over and over and over again because I just think they're fantastic. So much so that I want you all to watch one with me. If we can show the video.
Good morning, buenos dias, and welcome to Commencement 2025.
Now, as newly minted alumni of Crafton Hills College, you can proudly tell your friends and family that you graduated from the very best community college in the Inland Empire.
Valley College belongs to you. Crafton Hills belongs to you. You belong here, and you will always belong here.
You are the Inland Empire at its best.
Class of 25, you are truly special. You are the largest graduating class in the history of San Bernardino Valley College.
Our class this year is comprised of 1,135 graduates who have earned 878 degrees and 988 certificates. Both are new record highs for Crafton Hills College.
Class of 25, you are hope. You are promise. You are the best and the brightest from our communities. Each of you has a unique story to share that defines this celebration today. Many of our graduates today are the first in their families to earn a college degree.
One more thing to do. Here's what I'm asking. Find one person, just one person, who thinks college isn't for them, and show them that it is.
And just imagine, as we look out into this amazing crowd of graduates, we see our future. A future filled with the people who will lift up our families and our region, teachers, counselors, and business owners, people who will look after our mental health, as well as our respiratory health. People who will be analysts and advocates, artists, performers, nurses, librarians, first responders, and even historians. People who will shape our world with the power of GIS. We are looking at the people who will help us when there's need. People whose work will guarantee we will all have a bright future, starting today. You've all faced challenges, but even when it might not have felt possible, your resolve, perseverance, and support network led you to the success we celebrate today. So to the families, thank you for helping make today possible. And to the class of 2025, we are so proud of you.
So congratulations, you did it, class of 25. Congratulations. I just love the energy in that video. Love the energy. So incredibly proud. It is on all of the social media platforms. And just want to thank every single person that had a hand in helping these students cross the stage. And that is my report, sir.
Thank you, Chance. Now we'll move on to our representative group. It's Crafton Hills College Academic Senate. No report today? Crafton Hills College Classified Senate.
Hello. Thank you for that video. I actually got really emotional watching it. That's why we do this work, though, right? This week, we had our Classified Professionals Week, and it was great. It was actually one of the best ones we've had since we came back from COVID. So many people coming out from across the departments. And so I first want to thank the managers who really encouraged the staff in their departments to attend, not just allowed them to go, but actively encouraged them to participate. It makes a world of difference. And I would like to thank everyone from across the district that participated in presenting workshops. We had Yvette Tram-Joho and Lindsay Mathewson present on Oracle. We had Sandra Ruiz and Corey Johnson Teach Excel. Kathy Valens led a great tour of the Aquatics and Fitness Center. Nick Reichert did a great AI training. And then this morning, Christy Simonson did a very fun lesson on balloon animals. So it was a good week full of all kinds of fun activities. Today was our appreciation lunch, which the managers host for us. And so I want to thank them for that as well. And especially thanks to Cindy St. Jean for actually putting it all together. She did a lot of work for that. At the lunch today, we also announced our Employee of the Year awards, which are voted on by the classified staff. And so our Faculty of the Year was Diane Failer from Psychology. Our Administrator of the Year is Damian Brunty from Facilities. And our Classified Professional of the Year is Ed Chavez from Maintenance and Operations. And so they all have worked tirelessly for our students and staff, and we really appreciate their contributions. And that is my report.
Thank you so much. Crafton Hills College Associated Students? No report. How about the San Bernardino Valley College Academic Senate? No? San Bernardino Valley College Classified Senate?
They submitted a written report.
Perfect. How about San Bernardino Valley College Associated Students? No? CSEA? No? I know CTA's here.
I like coming to see you. You guys just got to figure out how to do the voting. Good evening, Board of Trustees, Dr. Rodriguez, campus presidents, and senior district leadership. I'm Jeff Dembski. I'm the faculty union president. CTA would like to congratulate Letitia Hector for earning the job as vice president of instruction at Valley College. Absolutely. I've been at Valley for 15 and a half years. Every single minute of that, Letitia's been a leader. Whether she was a committee chairperson for the hardest committee, curriculum, whether she was chairing her department, whether she stepped in as interim dean when Kay Weiss moved over to Crafton, whether she earned the full dean's position and now VPI, she reflects the best of us. Thank you, President Gill. Thank you to all the stakeholders who made this hire happen. There's also some positive news to share regarding amplifying new future faculty union voices. Professor Danae Hart, she's a full-time professor of ethnic studies at Crafton Hills College. She's been accepted to the prestigious CTA Ethnic Member Early Identification Program. CTA created this program nearly a decade ago to ensure and increase the number of faculty of color who are leading local chapters. The training will pair faculty members with CTA executive coaches from around the state. These executive coaches will help our faculty to develop real action plans, like, for example, eventually becoming union president. Dr. Hart is the first member of our college's chapter to apply for or to receive this consequential training. Our leadership team is very excited by this opportunity, and we're looking to support new and additional faculty from both Crafton Hills and Valley College in order to ensure that we have a deep bench of future union leaders who reflect who we are. Our executive board is also tracking the $20,000 renewable grant proposal that biology professors at Valley College have submitted to CTA. I mentioned it in the past. It's a solid application. We should have some information on that in the next month or so. If CTA is willing to provide our faculty with $20,000, that is the type of contribution that our union envisions making moving forward, in which we can help the college, we can help the district, we can help the students. This money's coming from the union. We've never done this before. This is something we're excited about doing. I'd like to finish by welcoming Trustee Espinosa, Trustee Garcia. You're in good hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dembski. Police Officers Association. No report. I'm moving on to staff reports. San Bernardino Valley College President, Dr. Contreras.
Yes, thank you, Board Chair Dr. Gonzalez. In addition to my written report, I have a few updates, but would like to share some welcomes and congratulations. Jeff Dembski took a lot of my thunder, but I'll try to catch up. But welcome, Christian and Jasmine. Welcome and congratulations on being the student trustees. I'd also like to congratulate Letitia Hector for being the VPI at San Bernardino Valley College. 24 years at Valley College, and as Jeff said, working her way up through the ranks through various faculty roles, management roles, really something special. And just like to share, I knew she was someone special when we had our spring opening day, and I accidentally forgot to announce her. And the crowd really let me know it. So within a few seconds, I used my best Michael Buffer impersonation and brought her out like a boxer ready to enter the ring, and the crowd erupted. So we're so excited to welcome you to the executive team. And as we said at opening day, and as we say today, right people, right place, right time at Valley College. We're looking forward to great things working alongside you. I also like to congratulate and thank Vice President of Administrative Services Keith Bacon and his director Sergio Zazueta for installing more hydration stations. They continue to go up across the campus, really works towards our sustainability efforts and really goes a long way for our students and our employees. Want to thank our Chancellor, Dr. Rodriguez, for her reaffirming message today, particularly the context of the times. I'd just like to add a special note to our undocumented community, letting them know that San Bernardino Valley College in this district stands with you. In addition to that, I want to thank our Vice President of Student Services and our team that's over in Portland attending the Association of Title IX Administrators Conference, getting some very important training to bring back to our college, and let the community know that Valley College football is back. They're out there 6:30 a.m. every morning. There's 85 plus. We're expecting another 20 to 30 to show up in July. It's just really exciting. I want to thank Coach Griff, our AD, David Rubio, and the entire team over there. It's going to be an exciting season coming up. And then last, I just want to talk about commencement. What a truly special event, commencement. I want to thank everybody who played a major role in that. Our dean, Dr. Ray Carlos, our classified Marie Magayap, hopefully I said her name right, but everyone who made it truly special. We want to make the event so special and memorable for our families, and we did that in under 2 hours. So that was really, really a great event for us. And the video, just stellar. Angel, your team, Paul, and my team following the event really capture a lot of the special moments that are there. One that sticks out to me is Vice Chancellor Hannon doing the sea walk. Hopefully she could do that, doing that at one of our games. And just seeing the Crafton Hills student throw up the Valley Up in the video, that was pretty nice too. Happy Juneteenth and happy 4th of July.
Thank you. Crafton Hills College President, Dr. Haran.
Well, I hope this doesn't sound too repetitive from my colleague, Dr. Contreras, but I would like to also congratulate Jasmine and Christian on their appointment today. We're really excited to work with you both. I also would like to thank Dr. Domi Spencer and Dr. Erica Paddock for their incredible work for our commencement. It was the largest participating class. It was the largest graduating class. And they did it in 1 hour and 6 minutes, Dr. Contreras. It's not a competition, but it is. But it really was a fantastic event, and we've already met and talked about things we can make improvements for next year. And so thank you to all the trustees and the district staff for participating as well. I'd like to also recognize Karen Peterson. She gave an excellent report today talking about Classified Professionals Week, but she didn't really tell you how much her role was in planning all that. And she's been an outstanding leader as president of the Classified Senate, and the engagement for Classified, I've never seen it as high under her leadership. And she just does a fantastic job, and we're lucky to have her. The last thing I want to mention is we're pretty excited about our enrollment so far. For summer, we're up 11% from this time last year. And it's still quite early, but I like the statistic. For fall, we're about 25% up from this. Again, still quite early, but 25% sounds great, doesn't it? So we're excited about that. That's my report.
Thank you, Dr. Ann. Executive Vice Chancellor.
No report.
Vice Chancellor of Human Resources and Police Services.
No report.
Vice Chancellor of Education and Student Support Services.
No report.
Associate Vice Chancellor of Government Relations and Strategic Communications.
No report.
Are there any questions or discussion for the information items listed in Section 9?
I did just want to say that it's impressive on the number of grants and stuff that the district is going after and submitting. I know we don't talk about those items a lot, but just in looking through it last night, I'm like, this is like pretty cool.
Any other questions or discussion? All right. At this time, we will now enter a closed session to discuss confidential matters that are generally stated on the agenda. Do we have any public comments for closed session?
No, sir.
Then the time is 4:59. And we will now convene into closed section. Thank you very much. All right, the time is now 6:08, and I will reconvene the public meeting. There was no action taken in closed session. The next meeting of the board will be the board retreat on June 24th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. at San Bernardino Valley College in the Applied Tech Building, 701 South Mount Vernon Avenue in San Bernardino. The time is now 6:08 and a half, and the meeting is adjourned.